Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to F1 Manager 2023 for this as yet untitled series where we are racing as Williams. We won't talk too much about what happened last time out. Suffice to say, the strategist for that race, who was me, did an absolutely terrible job and we ended up stone dead last. 19th and 20th, having started, I think it was 13th and 14th. So, work to be done. But, we are going to amend that now. Where are we? Here we are. We're going to amend that now at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're heading to Jeddah, and we are hopefully going to do much, much better. Because, basically, Jeddah is a speed circuit. So, if you've got a speedy car, like the Williams somewhat is, then you should be in for a good time. In theory. There are some twisty bits that we will have to combat as well. But for the most part, you can see here the pit straight of Jeddah. It's probably the shortest straight on the entire circuit, thinking about it. All the other straights are pretty long. I think there's like a 2-kilometer back straight or 1.5-kilometer back straight. Something like that. It's not quite as bad as Baku. Although they call it the back straight at Baku, which also goes on to the pit straight. Half of it isn't even straight. So, yeah, make of that what you will. I'm just stalling for time here whilst the game loads. There we go. Sorry, Crofty. No one's interested in hearing you today. We hear enough of him during the actual races, right? So I shouldn't feel bad for blocking him out here. Okie dokie. So, car parts knowledge is increasing. We're 67 on both. And right now, the focus is getting the drivers confident in the car itself. So, not that one. The setup. Here we go. So like I said, Jeddah is a speed trap waiting to happen, basically. So you want a nice, speedy car. Therefore, you want to get things not like that. There is no revert option. What am I doing? So straights is definitely something that you want to get up, if you can help it. Oversteer, it's probably something you want a little bit of, but not a huge amount of. Again, there are a lot of corners at Jeddah, but a lot of them are taken flat out as well. Traction is also something you kind of want a little bit of, because there are 2 possibly slow speed corners. I think something along these lines for Albon, and we're just going to keep this on neutral. There's no point changing it. As for Logan here, we're going to do something similar. So first of all, remember to put him on the right number of laps, and then for the setup, again, it was this way, wasn't it? And then it was this way. And then it was a little bit of this. A little bit of that. And then some toe. We'll reduce the toe, actually, because, again, straight line speed. Okie dokie. Let's see how this goes. It might be absolutely terrible. It might be absolutely brilliant. You never know. So we're going to use our normal trick of we're going to send Logan out first and Alex just behind. We don't need to see the cutscene this time. Also, by the way, forgot to mention, I'm going to try and get both the Saudi Arabian and Australian Grand Prix done in this episode. The design of the new chassis has been completed. I've set that up to manufacture. We've got 4 on the way, but they're not going to be done until
Yep, loud and clear. You hear me okay?
After the Australian Grand Prix. So it's basically going to be this race finishes and we'll cut straight to the next one. Let's speed up time. We'll let them go out there and do their thing. I am going to watch Albon. Again, if you've got a weak stomach, slight warning. We're going to go for the old visor cam again. So this gives you an idea as to just what this circuit is actually like. I think from the top down on the track map there, it looks a bit like a plastic knife. But, or at least a deformed plastic knife. But, yeah, we'll go through it. So, bear in mind this is a night race as well when it actually takes place. So, it's nowhere near as bright as this. Turns 1 and 2. Arguably the slowest turn on the circuit, turn 1. And then we got 3 and 4. I'm not going to stop counting them because some of these count as corners and some of them don't. So, I'm probably going to get the wrong numbers. But this is the bit where you kind of just have to trust the car. And some sections you just have to keep your foot down and hope for the best. Now we've come up to 1 of 2 hairpins on the circuit here. This is the faster of the 2. There we go. Round there. And now this bit from this right-left chicane that's coming up here, it's basically foot down all the way until pretty much the end of the lap. So this is all taken flat out. You do not lift off the throttle at any point during this. Look at where those barriers are, and you're driving down here at like 180 miles an hour. It is terrifying. Brake there for the chicane as well. That's where in the other F1 game I tend to go straight on. And then round here, this is a DRS zone, believe it or not. Massive DRS zone on a corner, which is quite rare in F1, but there are other ones that do that too. Zandvoort, final corner at Zandvoort springs to mind. Round the probably the second slowest corner actually, so maybe that's the slower of the two. Actually, I did say that, didn't I? I said the other one was the faster of the two, so that is correct. I am correct. And there we go. Albon first, Logan second. So we're now going to hop in our time machine here and just let them set the laps. I do find it a little annoying that they don't continue to set faster laps after. There's a green sector there at least. But yeah, I do find that a little annoying. It is what it is. Now, just like last time out, I am hoping that we get a pretty decent setup from the get-go. Let's just have an attack lap. Where? Ooh, no, let's not do that one. Let's do this one. So I think Albon's about to overtake Logan here. Or if he isn't, he should. Where? Don't fight. Let him through. Let him through! For God's sake. Probably no green sectors there because of that. But yeah, next lap we'll have you go out and go fast as well. Just to see if we can actually set a decent lap time here. I imagine most drivers are out on, yeah, soft tyres. There are some hards. Hamilton. Russell's not out yet, actually. He's not set a time yet. We're only 4/10 off Perez at the moment. Wait, that's not right. Sorry. We're only 2.9 seconds off Perez right now, but we are faster than Joe. I got excited then, thinking 4/10, that can't be right, and then realised I had it on interval, not leader. Yeah, Albon actually is, he's flying right now. He's doing alright. Not bad. I'd love to see how this looks when this video actually comes out, because right now I'm playing, I think it's 1080 resolution on a 4K screen, so it does look a little bit stretched and a little bit pixely, but I know that on my preview it does look a lot better. My PC doesn't like these games very much. It does chug a little bit. That was a good lap actually from Alex there. I think we gained some useful information.
Okay, back off. Yep.
So he's not going to set faster lap times now. Everything's going to be yellow all the way. But we have got some useful info there. And he's 9th. You know, he's not far off. He's only 2/10 slower than Hamilton right now, and he is still faster than Russell. He's still faster than Russell. But De Vries and Ocon have gone ahead. There goes Tsunoda. They are all starting to overtake. Leclerc's having a bit of a shocker right now. They must be testing something. That tends to be the way. Right. Alex is ready.
It wasn't great. Okay.
It wasn't great. That's not what I like to hear. Where is he? He's coming around the last corner now, and he's in. So yeah, I'm hoping to get the setup pretty spot on in this first session so that I can sim the next two. But saying that, oof. Well, I was good on oversteer. I was off on everything else, pretty much. Although straights is good as well. Now, straights is only affected by wings, thankfully. So we can actually get away with doing quite a lot of adjustments here. Hang on. I always do this. I always do this. I always get it wrong. So that's a small adjustment. That's a larger adjustment. There we go. So we want to do that, and then a little bit of fine tuning with this, and then maybe pull the front wing back just a scooch. There we go. So we keep straights pretty much on the sweet spot, oversteer as well, but everything else is back in the blue. Run plan, we'll keep you on the same tyres, and we'll send you out and do the same run plan. And I think that'll be pretty good. Right, let's see where Logan is then. He's almost there. In fact, he is there. Why did I not get notified of that? Must have just happened. We'll call him in as well, see how he's doing. As soon as Albon's ready, we'll send him out. Here comes Logan. There goes Albon. Yeah, here comes Logan. Oh, bloody hell. Lads, what are you doing? That's stupid. Oh, man. Yeah, same problem, actually. Same problem. So it's this one for the big adjustments. This one for a bit of fine-tuning. And then scooch the front wing back. So I think it's going to look something like that. Pretty happy with that. Get him out there. Let's do this. Albon, meanwhile, is just racking up the laps. Flying them in. We could do something to try and speed up the pit crew with rebuilding the car. But I liked the pit stop times last week. We only did 2 pit stops all weekend, technically. And that was the mistake that we made, was the pit strategy. This time around, I'm probably going to overcompensate now by going for a 2-stopper instead of a 1. But we'll see what the suggestions are, because you never know. Right, 23 minutes left on the clock. And we're basically just playing a waiting game right now. We're hoping that we get good feedback from both drivers. Right now I'm hoping we get any feedback from Sargent, because he hasn't completed. He should do it. He's on 2 out of 5 right now. Albon's on 3. I wonder if getting them to drive faster around the track does it get feedback faster as well. But it's a bit of a risk to take. Albon's practically done anyway. That's kind of the priority. Logan's kind of the guinea pig right now. We test him out on things. Whereas Albon's the one that we're actually interested in.
Feedback from you. Yeah, it's okay.
Again, yeah, it's okay. You don't really know what that means with Albon. Where are we at? Is he happy? That's not bad. For now, I think what I'm going to do is just send him out for the rest of the session on... how long's left? 10 minutes? So we're probably going to squeak in like 5 laps. Actually, we could probably do like 6 laps. Maybe 7. Let's go for 7. That's going to take no time at all to set up. So we got him on new tyres. And we're just going to send him out and get some track acclimatization. And keep an eye on his sector times as well, because they should go green now, because he's on the softer compound. Saying that, yellow, yellow, yellow. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Interesting. Logan's almost done. He's not going to have time to run again at this rate.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
What's he saying?
I know there's a lot more potential.
A lot more potential. It sounded a bit like Ricardo there. What do you not like? Oh, you're pretty good. You moaning whinger. Right. You're going on softs. We'll send you out for... We'll probably get 3 laps in. If we're lucky.
Pit entry.
Limiter on. Stop in
There we
front
go.
of the garage.
There you go. Green sectors now for Albon. He might have just had traffic in front of him. Someone on a slow lap. Logan's going faster as well. Oh, look at that. 8th for Albon. Okay. Okay. And that's the end of P1. So we are going to sim P2 and P3, and we're going to hope that we get good setups here. It's a bit of a gamble, but for content creators, you know, we can't spend all of our time here in practice. Prep is pretty good as well. Setup is alright. Track acclimatization, that will improve, obviously, because they've got 2 more sessions. Car parts knowledge is really good, so I'm happy about that. So now for the setup, we can experiment a little bit. Thing is, we need to leave straights where they are, so it has to be everything else really that moves. So we could do a little bit of braking stability there, and then a little bit of... Actually, let's do it the other way, because it's fine movements, isn't it? So anti-roll. We could do a little of that. And then a little of this just to really get it back where it needs to be. And then a tiny bit of that. Let's go that way first. Run plan. Yeah, you just do what you like now because you're fine. And then as for Logan here, basically the same thing. Except we might move this one down. Oh, there you go. If we do that and if we do that. Yeah. That kind of moves things extreme enough that we should get some good data. And then we are just going to simulate to qualifying and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. So this is P3. Albon 10th. Logan 15th. Again, that's actually pretty good. And setup satisfaction. Oh, sucks to be Albon, but look at Logan. 96%. That's good. That's really good. And the prep is also really high, which is something I don't think we had before. I think it was a little bit lower before. And that gives them green confidence already, which is fantastic. Alrighty then. So again, sorry Crofty. We're not interested. Okay, so here I'm going to be a little bit cleverer as well. So last time out, excuse me, we started on softs and did the slow runs. Whereas this time out, I'm actually going to start both drivers on mediums. Like so. Everything else we're going to keep as is. That's fine. But we're going to start on the mediums because I feel like that is going to work better for what we're trying to do here. And we're just going to send them out. Manage quali 1. Hopefully we get them both through to Q2. So again, we'll send Logan out first. Alex just behind. Excellent. That was pretty good timing there actually. Right, and then both of them put them on low. Like so. And they're going to set excruciatingly slow laps. But it's going to help with the confidence. So Logan first, he's going to be setting purples, and then Alex is going to come through and set purples as well. And if we look at confidence, there you go, very high and very high. Now Logan's always going to have slightly higher confidence because he started off more confident. Alright, first run done. So the second run, we're basically going to do the exact same thing. Same tyres, but we're going to bump up the speed a little bit. Just going to keep a little bit of an eye out on the clock. There goes Logan, there goes Alex. Okay, now here, where are they? There they are. Alright, pause.
You'll probably get a traffic
Manual control.
jam ahead.
So now you're going to go standard on both. Alex, you're going to do the same. Standard on both. There we go. And we should see green sectors. We might as well watch Albon on his lap here. See how he gets on as he comes around the final corner. Opens up the rear wing. There it goes. He's got a lovely toe there from Logan in front, who also has a lovely toe from one of the Alpha Tauris by the looks of it. And again, if you look at the split on the left-hand side, totally ignore the fact that we're nearly 5.5 seconds behind the rest of the grid. That is all intentional. This will be the last time we do this in this quali run here. Once this is done, we're pretty much going to be confident enough that we can just go out and set an actual lap time. And I kind of have a test that I want to do for that as well, but it might not work. That Alpha needs to get out of the way. Should have been 2 blue flags there, not just 1. Yeah, Albon's, he's doing alright. He's got green sectors, that's the main thing. Oh, there's another Alpha in the way there. Yeah, Logan's doing very well here. Logan's run is exceptional. The puns. That Mercedes looked like it was about to drive into the barrier there to get out of the way, but at least he did get out of the way. This is a good planned run, actually. We've got some decent... Well, I say some decent times, but it really isn't decent times at all. We got some decent timing going on, getting the cars out the way we did. And apart from a couple of cars that have had to move out the way, we've had a pretty clear track in front of us as well. Here we go then. So we're going to improve. Not massively. There you go. Much better. Only 2.8 behind now, but we're still not 100% pushing. So we've got one more run at the end of the session here. And here's my thinking. First of all, we're going to switch to the soft tyres. Second of all, for Logan, I'm actually tempted to do a double run. So Alex, we're just going to switch to the softs. Easy. Logan, I'm really tempted to do 2 flying laps with a cooldown lap in between. So there'll be, 5 laps. So it'll be an out lap, a flying lap, cooldown lap, a flying lap again, and then an in lap. I think. Or would it be better to do... No, a cooldown lap would be better. So yeah, he's got the confidence right now. His first lap should still be faster than the laps he set previously, so he will improve. And then the second one is the one where it should mean everything. So let's see if we can make this work. For this to work, we do need to send Logan out sooner rather than later. And I'm looking right now and there's actually some clear track in front if he heads out immediately. So I'm going to do this. And then everyone else is going to come in. So we can watch Logan on his run here actually. When the time comes. Where is he? Come around the final corner here. Now he heads down the pit straight. And then in a second, we'll send Alex out. I think the other cars are going to go for one last run. So when I see them starting to appear on the radar, that's when we send Alex out. I think. So if we look at Logan here, he's pushing now. He's on auto, so we're not telling him to drive slower or anything like that. And he's got his foot down, he's riding the curbs. Not that I actually didn't tell them to not ride the curbs here as well, so that's kind of good because I forgot to undo that setting. We've got a weaver here in front of us, but there you go, he gets out of the way. That's something that's improved a lot this year, is the AI actually gets out of your way now for the most part. And that is a green first sector, which is excellent. I'm looking at Albon now, and I'm going to send him out now. That should give him enough time to actually set a lap. Get round, set a lap, and then get back in again. I'm a little bit worried. No, Logan should have enough time. He should have enough time. I'm hoping his cooldown lap is the one that comes between his 2 flying laps. If he does 2 flying laps and then comes straight in, does his cooldown lap and then comes in, then that's not what I want them to do. That's a bit of a dumb setting.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
Yeah, so your battery's empty now. So that's Logan's first lap done. Only 18th. Not great. We'll keep an eye on Albon. Yellow. I think he's been caught in traffic. Oh no, green. This is Logan again. I think Logan must be on his fast lap now as well.
Yeah, P16.
Okay, I didn't really work out for Albon.
Yeah.
So close though.
Check that flag.
Pretty close.
So what DRS?
So where are we at with Logan? Can Logan improve? He's got a green second sector, but not first. Albon went slower on the final sector as well. Kind of backfired again a little bit. Eventually we will hit the sweet spot and it will be good. It didn't quite work out there for Sargent either. 16th and 20th. It's not great, is it? But, yeah. Hopefully their confidence isn't too dented by that. And we are going to go for the superior strategy now. Again, sorry Crofty, no one cares. So for the race, yeah, confidence is actually pretty good. It's high for Albon, so I'm happy with that. For this then, see, again, now I want to do a 2-stopper. It's recommending a 1. But I'm wondering, could we do a soft, medium, soft run. And push this out. First of all, this needs to go way over here. And then this one needs to come way over here as well. See, a two stopper feels like it's doable. But is that going to mess things up too much? So first of all, let's pull this one back so that we can do that. And then if we do that, this can also pull back. And then this one could pull back a little bit as well. So lap 15 and lap 36 we would stop. Compare that to the strategy here where it's soft hard. And if we look, we could actually switch to the hards a little bit sooner. And go for this. So I think what we'll do for now is we'll start on strategy B. And we have got D as an option if there's an early safety car, say. I think that could work. So for Albon, here, at the start, your pace mode is going to be orange. Everything else is going to be fine. Right, Logan. You're kind of going to... I was going to say do the opposite, but maybe you do the medium run instead. What would it look like if we did 2 mediums and a soft? Something else I'm not really considering right now is what my tyre allocation actually is. So say we did this. Oop, soft. There we go. So at this point, this pushes right out. So like lap 40, basically. And we can just burn rubber. We can go insanely quick. I think we create strategy D. But again, we start you on A. So you'll start on mediums. And then at some point in the race, let's say lap 20, you switch to hards. And then you can actually do that. So lap 20 for Logan. But we've got this other option here. In case of... Actually, that doesn't help. That doesn't really help at all. Because that's the same lap. Let's say we did something like this for this one. And maybe we do soft medium. No, because that's exactly the same as what Albon's doing. Let's do that. So we're going to start on strategy A, but we can switch to D if there's a safety car. And we can maybe double stack. So we've got a stop at lap 16 and lap 20. And I think that'll do us. Let's see how we get on in the race. I'm cautious now. I feel like I'm being a little more strategic with the old plan here. But I'm also quite cautious that the AI is going to do us in again somehow. 4 lights, 5 lights, and off we go. And we're going to ride on board with Albon here. And already we're going to go for that. And here... Oh, not pit options. What am I doing? For ERS usage, we're going to go for battle assist. And then for Logan, same deal.
Do everything.
Copy.
There we go. And we're actually going to go for always defend as well. That's this one. So I think we've already lost places here. Albon's dropped to 17th.
Good to stay ahead though. We've got pace.
Not the best start from him. Who's he lost places to? Bottas, Tsunoda and De Vries, I think he is. Was it? Oh no, he started 16th, so he's only lost 1 place. Actually, that's not as bad. As long as he can keep up with Tsunoda, which so far he's not actually doing. But what's Tsunoda on? Tsunoda's on softs, and it looks like he's actually pushing his tyres a little bit more. So, yeah. His car might just be faster as well, of course. We could have overfueled the car a little bit and gone for the pace there. But I think we might be alright. I'm a little bit nervous now. I feel like, again, the strategy might be a little bit off. Although that was nice. Gee, that was an overtake from Albon. He just shot past him there. How the heck did he get that car slowed down for there as well? That was insane. Tsunoda has got past again, but the slipstream. We were actually gaining on Bottas there a bit too.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
Keep pushing. Keep
That's a
pushing.
bit of a slowdown. What's going on there? ERS. So this is my complaint about the game right now. We have ERS Battle Assist on, but there's still these, and you have to go deploy to actually get them to full-on attack. Otherwise, they just don't do it. So right now, I feel like we need to go full deploy to actually catch
Use the overtake.
Tsunoda.
Yes.
And it's probably a similar story with Sargent. He's not far behind Piastri, but he is behind Piastri, and we kind of want him to be making up moves right now.
Use the rest.
So we're going to do a little bit of that. Albon is losing ground to Tsunoda right now, which is really not ideal, and his tyres are cooking. And he's completely obliterated his ERS, and he's actually nowhere near. This game can be incredibly disheartening sometimes. And that is Zhou right behind him too. So we're going to lose another place. There it goes. I think the fact that he's got the world's hottest tyres right now probably doesn't help things.
Getting happy to manage tyre short term. Yeah.
There we go. Get the temperature down a little bit. Piastri's gone past now as well. And now it's between the Williams drivers at the back, which really isn't much good. I'm just going to tell Sargent to not fight Albon. Okay. Now we're just going to sit here till the end of the race by the looks of things, because this is really, really, really not good. I had a similar thing. Oh, virtual safety car. Crash on track. Okay, well, we're not last.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Leclerc's crashed on turn 2, did that say? This isn't turn 2. 7, maybe? Oh, that's a heavy impact. See, that would be he's out of the race if that happened in reality. But I guarantee you, not only is he still in the race, he'd have only lost 1 place. Is he out of the race, first and foremost? He is actually out of the race. Okay. There have been times, and I've got it on the streams, the racing game streams, where someone crashes like that, and it ends up not being a DNF,
Close on the delta.
which is ridiculous.
Yes, copy.
Yeah, I don't like how far behind we are already. There's a bit of a gap here between Zhou and Tsunoda as well, and there's a massive gap between De Vries and Norris, and even between Hulkenberg and Ocon. But how do you make up a gap like that? It's a bit stupid. It is a bit stupid. Right, we're going to speed up again, because there's not really much we can do right now. I don't actually know what lap we're on. But this is kind of helping our tyres, because we can push our pit stop back a little bit now.
BSC endings. Yep, copy.
So in both cases we can go here, and we can actually
Heads
push
down,
on
focus.
fuel a little bit too.
Copy that.
And we can also go deploy
And
on
we think
ERS.
You can reduce lift and coast. Yep. DRS
Okay.
enabled.
DRS is also enabled, not that we can use it yet, of course.
Reduce flight cover.
How did we lose
Copy.
half a second in that corner?
Let's use the overtake. Okay, copy.
Is it just because we've got cold tyres? Possibly. Possibly. Are we making inroads? Catching Piastri? Yes. Starting to. Oh, that was a big gain. I think we lost a little bit there again, but that was a huge gain for a second. See, down the straights, the flat-out sections, we are actually gaining. Corners is what's letting us down right now, but the upgrades are designed to fix that. So, yeah. This part of the season was always going to be shit, let's be honest. It was always going to be crap. It was always going to be us fighting to try and get to the front. And by the front, I mean like top 15. Hopefully once we get the upgrades and stuff sorted out, things will improve massively. But it's going to be a long old slog. But you guys know me. I like starting at the back and working my way to the front. That's what makes these games rewarding at the end of the day. And right now that's the objective, is to feel like we've actually achieved something here. So that was lap 10. Or we're on lap 10 now. I should say that was lap 9 that we just completed. And we are still somewhat struggling at the back here. Tyres can go back to that.
You can afford to drop
Should cool them down a little bit.
back. Okay.
We got some gains on the tyres, not a huge amount. Yeah, they are warming up again, so we're just going to tell both to calm down.
Okay.
And we'll go neutral on the old
This time, starting time management.
ERS for a bit, and then for tactics, we're going to change that to neutral as well. How are we doing for confidence? You're actually okay. I imagine you, yeah, you're less okay, but you're still okay. Okay. And we'll just speed up again. Might as well. We've got time to wait. Tyres are too hot. Yeah. They're cooling down now. Okay, Albon's pit window
The window is open.
is coming. And this is where already I feel like we actually change his strategy. So we can do that up here. So Albon's strategy here, I think we go for B. And we stick him on the mediums. I think we actually do this. Which means we bring him in at the end of the next lap. For Logan, we'll leave him out for now. But yeah, Albon, we're going to bring him in next lap. And we're going to switch him to mediums. I think we're going to risk a two-stopper. And we're going to try and chase down some of the cars in front.
Okay, box.
Because if we look, no one else has pitted yet. And, ooh, that's the leader. We have actually gained on Joe. So I think if we keep the strategy that we've gone for here. Let's calm down a little bit there as well. For both drivers.
Lift and coast. Okay.
I think the two-stop might work in our favour if we're back on softs again at the end. Depends how much time we lose in the first stop, really. So yeah, here comes Albon. Comes into pit. Hopefully it's a quick stop, no mistakes, please, guys. 2.6, that's pretty good. It's a nice stop. He does come out in last, but already he's starting again. Excellent. Now Logan's just entered his pit window as well. We're just going to warm up Albon's tyres a bit quicker. There we go. Get him into optimum range. And now he can cruise around for a little bit. What's his delta right now? 14.6, 14.5. So Logan's actually right up the back of Piastri. So yeah, this is kind of working. As we approach Logan's pit lap, which I think is lap 20. So we'll get him in on the next one. And he's switching to the hards. Now he's going for the one stop. So he's kind of our Hail Mary, just in case Albon's strategy fails epically.
Copy, box.
So Logan's actually got past Piastri, which is awesome. And Albon's gaining 2. Now has Piastri actually stopped? No, Albon is still the only driver who's stopped. Well, okay. Things have turned a slight corner then. Because we're actually making overtakes out on track. How's your confidence right now? Yeah, I'd imagine it's pretty high. How's Albon's? He's actually also pretty high. He must have noticed something too. What's your usage? Still neutral. Okie dokie. We're just going to switch back to the deltas here. And actually, it could be the green sectors that are raising the confidence. Albon is gaining on Piastri. And when Piastri stops, I think Albon might have actually undercut him. I'll be annoyed if he hasn't, let's put it that way. Logan is coming up to his stop. go.
Penetrate.
Into the pit lane.
Copy.
Through the chicane, which is incredibly dangerous when you look at it like that, but it is what it is. Piastri's pitted. De Vries, Sonoda have both pitted. Albon's coming through now. I don't know who that is leaving in front of us, but I have a horrible feeling that's one of the Alpha Tauris, in which case... Albon's got past De Vries and Piastri, actually. Oh, he got held up. We were waiting for Piastri. That sucks. There's a 2.6 second stop as well, but we got caught waiting for Piastri. Yeah, Sargent's going to the end now, so we can basically ignore him unless there's a safety car. We'll get his tyres warmed up. Get those towards 100. There we go. And now you can scooch back down. As for Albon then...
Okay. We need to increase a bit time management.
Copy
So
that.
confidence is okay. He's currently running 16th. Is he gaining or losing on Sonoda? And is De Vries gaining or losing on him? I think it's about equal right now in both cases. Yeah. Like, it fluctuates. It goes up a little bit, it goes down a little bit. The main thing is Albon is setting green sectors here. So we're looking okay, but the second stop might still screw us. It depends. What are these guys on? Sargent's on hards. Everyone else is on mediums right now. But they're on fresher mediums. Zhou still needs to stop. What's the gap between us and Zhou? About 12 seconds. So we might actually end up overtaking Zhou here in a minute as well. I'm surprised there hasn't yet been a safety car or a red flag here, to be honest. And we have got past Zhou, and we're actually starting to gain a little bit on Sonoda again. There's a gap between Sonoda and Bottas, though. Although again, that's closing quite a bit. Okay, things are happening. Things are happening here. This is kind of cool. How's Sargent doing? Yeah, not bad. Both cases, we can actually start burning the fuel again a little bit more.
I think we can reduce lift and coast. Okay.
See how that goes. See if that creates... Yeah, we're sub 3 seconds now off Sonoda, who's really closed the gap on Bottas. So we are absolutely flying up the back of Bottas right now. Take that how you will. Hulkenberg's just had a pit stop issue. It's just that second... Oh, red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Red flag. Okay, who's out?
Here we are now, down at turn 17.
That's Hulkenberg, I think.
Within a split second, the impact's made.
That was a red
Thankfully, though,
flag.
they come away
Leclerc
from
did
that
one of those.
unharmed.
Unless someone else hit... No? No one else hit him.
And just
That's
like that,
strange.
the hopes of the team...
That's very strange. Okay then, so we're in the pit lane. No chance of rain, because we're in the Middle East. What do we do? That's the big question. What do we do? I feel like we could afford... What lap are we on? 32. We were supposed to stop on lap 36 to switch to softs. But we could, in theory, now switch Albon to the softs and run him to the end of the race. Or we strap on another set of mediums, used mediums, by the way, but we strap on another set of mediums and try and run him to the end. I feel like actually risking the softs. There's no repairs need making, so we're fine there. And then for Logan, yeah, this is an interesting one too, because we could again put him on softs, and then it becomes a race between the two. I think we do it, you know? I think we do it. So what happens now? There we go.
Our race here resumes.
So the restart.
As we get back underway.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and off we go.
And away we go.
We're watching Albon, and again, look how much extra fuel we have now. That's insane. Alright, don't get swallowed. Just... He's getting swallowed. There goes De Vries. Mind you, 15th, 15th. So actually, maybe we haven't been swallowed. And he is gaining on De Vries again. It does say he lost a place. Was he 14th? I thought he was 15th. Just keep at him. Just keep at him. It'll come back. You go full deploy for a lap here. Same with Logan.
Yep.
You can burn your fuel.
Some energy.
You've got to be careful with your tyres right now, because right now they are just about going to be good at the end still. Yeah, the projected one for Albon there is if you ran them slightly higher than he currently is, so that's fine. So we've got, what, 18 laps to go. And we are losing ground on De Vries right now, which is a little bit frustrating. Unless he's going to suddenly pull something out. I mean, Sargent's got past Piastri and Zhou there, which is epic. And Albon is keeping up with De Vries. We will have DRS again soon. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on things here. We're starting to fall out of DRS range. We do need to top up the old ERS tank here for both of them. Oops, excuse me. So we've got DRS now. We're still burning off that excess fuel. And they're making movements. They're defending for their little heart's content right now. Yeah. Confidence-wise, I think we're okay still. It's just a case of seeing if we can make some moves. Even if we got past De Vries right now, which it's looking likely that... Wow, we suddenly lost a load of ground there. There must have been a lock-up or something. Because we were like 3/10 behind a second ago. And now we're... What is going on? We're like... 1 minute we're miles behind and then we're right behind... Like... You know, we're 2 seconds behind and now suddenly we're half a second behind. It's crazy. That is crazy. And Logan's toing and throwing. There you go, Albon's past De Vries. Now we've got a huge gap to close to Bottas, who I imagine is also on fresh tyres. Yes, but he's on slightly more used softs. Hulkenberg is... So it was actually Magnussen that crashed. My bad. Hulkenberg is on very used softs. Stroll is on very, very used softs. And you've got the two up front. Yeah, they're going to have to conserve towards the end. We're not... By the way, I'm not saying we're going to overtake Verstappen and Perez. That's ridiculous. But compared to the rest of the drivers on the grid, our tyres are actually looking okay. We can't check their fuel usage, sadly, which is slightly annoying. I think right now, Albon's not going to lose a place to De Vries anytime soon, by the looks of things. And Stroll's toing and froing with Zhou. Did I say Stroll? Sargent is toing and froing with Zhou. And Albon here, Tsunoda did get past again, but now we're right behind Tsunoda, and that is Bottas right there as well. So if we could get the double, or at least the single.
So it's 6 laps to go. Got it.
Come on, Alex. It's a bit tricky to do it here. He's just going to have to bide his time a little bit here. Go deploy.
Can use the overtake. Okay.
I thought he was going to try it there then. I know we've got him set to aggressive, but that's incredibly aggressive. We can just sit behind right now. Maybe the braking zone up here, we could go for it. Not quite. The longer we sit behind them though, the worse it's going to be for our tyres. So we do kind of need to get past. Pretty rapido. Especially if we want to keep up with Tsunoda, because right now Bottas is slowing us down. Yeah, he's defending, he's moving the car. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes! Get in. Alright, so now you defend.
We can stay ahead.
How are you doing? You're just on neutral anyway, so that's fine. Alright, are we going to get past Tsunoda here as well? That would be the double overtake complete then. DRS open. Tsunoda hasn't got DRS. He's going to move here into
5
the
laps to go.
inside of the corner.
Got me.
Oh, it's close. Not quite.
I'll try
Not
it, man.
quite.
Head down.
Logan with the failed overtake attempt there. Do have to keep an eye on their fuel. I think their fuel might actually make it to the end.
Pushing.
So I think we're okay. Confidence-wise, yeah, they're both doing well. Albon might be struggling a little with the confidence, considering he just failed the overtake there on Tsunoda, and he has still got Bottas behind. But all in, this has actually been a pretty good race. If we can make it to the end, and you know, things can still happen between now and the end. Bottas is through again, and now Logan's actually right behind Albon. So I'm just going to tell you, yeah, don't fight teammate is still on. So if you could actually, I thought there was a thing that was like hold up. Huh, I could have sworn there was one that was like hold up the cars behind, but there isn't. Okay. And Albon's
You're good,
crashed.
Alex. Yeah, I'm fine.
And he got a penalty. Crash involving multiple cars. What happened?
Now this was at turn 1.
Was it teammates?
With not much room to move.
Lads.
Oh, and the cars there.
Lads, what were you
Able to keep
doing?
out of each other's way.
Oh,
And they'll
see?
have to pick themselves up
Until
after
they
that.
cross the line, it's not over. That was so avoidable. That was so avoidable. And that's a penalty. 5-second penalty for Albon. Oh, man. Albon could still overtake Joe. His confidence is shot right now.
Yeah.
You might as well both burn your battery. That was stupid from both of them
The
there.
accuracy will overtake usage.
Copy that.
You can actually go full attack as well.
Close
Actually,
up.
we'll hold off on you for now. Look at that though, Albon is actually pushing. He might be able to get a double overtake here. If he really goes for it. He's got so much speed here compared to Joe. It's whether the straight's long enough. And he's already had previous here. Not quite. That's going to annoy me. Because if we'd have got past Joe there, De Vries and Piastri were right in front. We can actually see Logan still in front there as well. This has been a good race still, I'd say. It's just a little lapse in concentration from the teammates there that's cost us. Come on, push. If you can get past him before the hairpin, I would so send it up the inside here if it was me. But that's why they're in the car and I'm not. Yeah, not quite. I feel like this is going to be a repeat of the Bottas overtake. Oh, don't lift there. Lifted way early. Way early.
Max Verstappen.
Alright,
Over the
Verstappen
finish
wins
line,
again. Yeah,
and
whatever.
today's
No one
winner.
cares. We've all got DRS now, that's the other problem. It's going to be a race to the line. Here we go, flat out here to the hairpin. I know we have a 5-second penalty on Albon, by the way, but still, there's a chance here. Just to get the confidence back up. And braked way too early. Go,
DRS is currently
go.
disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Got it.
You got no battery. You've got fuel.
Check the flag.
Burn it. Ah. Look at, apart from the 3-second gap here, that's a good job from Logan. But look how close all of those cars were there. That was agonising.
I'll be honest
Alright,
now.
so that's the end of the first race. I know we're quite a ways into this episode now, but I am going to try and do the Australian Grand Prix here as well. What I might do though is skip practice and we'll just do quali and the race. So I'll be with you again in just a second. So here we are then at the end of P3 here in Australia, and things are looking good. I kind of guessed a little bit with the setup on this one and got it a little bit wrong, but I managed to get it wrong in a way where I only had to adjust a couple of things for each driver to get the setup good. And then it was just a case of fine tweaking, trying to get them as close to perfection as possible. I think a 93 and a 91 are pretty damn good if you ask me. Albon struggled a little bit here with the track acclimatization. Not quite sure why, because he did as many laps, if not more, than Logan. But yeah, I think at one point, it might have been P2. Albon was actually 6th fastest, which was just incredible. I'm just going to see if I can actually find the table. I don't think we can actually see the standings at this point. Or maybe results. Here we go. So P1, Albon was 7th. Logan was 19th, because I actually got Albon's setup done pretty quick. And then P2, look, 6th and 16th. And then P3, it was 11th and 16th. So, yeah, not bad. Pretty happy. Pretty happy. We're going to do the quali trick again with the old confidence here. But right now, I feel pretty good, actually, about at least qualifying for this race. Might be a little bit nervous still on the old race itself. Take manual control for both of them. And yeah, just
Remember
cruise around.
Remember you brake comment?
Little pot around. No danger, no worries. We'll get some purple sectors there. Excellent. Look at all that juicy confidence. Comes rushing in. Excellent. Right, reconfigure. Same tyres, no worries. Everything there actually exactly the same. Just refuel the car. Send out, send out. This time, of course, we go for there and there.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
This one.
Okay.
Oh, there and there.
Reduce the lift and core.
Copy.
There we go. That sounded like Leclerc's engineer then. Green sectors. Excellent, excellent, and excellent. So how are we doing for confidence? Peak and peak. Awesome. Now then, we come in and we do a proper run. Red flag. Who crashed? Was it us? Surely not. It wasn't us, was it? Are you kidding me? What the hell happened? Oh, that's really not good. That's us starting last then. Oh, that's so not good. Guys, what's going on? I think that's me putting them out too close together and they've crashed into each other. I feel like that's what's happened there, which is really freaking annoying, actually. I didn't even get a replay. I don't think I was even offered a replay. Genuinely think we were on for a Q2 then, if not a Q3. Genuinely believe that. That is so disappointing. We've just completely annihilated ourselves in the race. All because of, well, lack of discipline, to be honest. And right now, Pourchaire's scouting is complete. I'm actually going to sign him at the end of this. Right now, I'm tempted to move Logan down to the reserve driver and bring Pourchaire in as the number 2 driver. Because that is stupid. That is so stupid. But I suppose at least we're through quali quick and we can head into the race now. My oh my. What a way to completely screw up a weekend. Okay then, strategy. We could go for the 2-stopper here actually. That's tempting. Although if I was going to do that, I would start on softs. Switch to hards. Switch to softs. And do something like this. Which is basically what we were going to do in Jeddah. But this time I feel like we're going to do it properly. So if we pit... I think if we do like 15... I feel like we could get away with 15 laps here on the softs. Then switch to the hards. And run them. And then switch to the softs again. With 15 laps to go. That's not a bad idea. That's basically strategy C, but with a little bit of a quicker stop at the... or a quicker burst at the end. I like that. Let's go with that. But for Logan, I don't know whose fault this crash was, by the way, but I'm just going to blame Logan. We're going to put you on stop strategy C here, which is going to be blasting round with the mediums at the end. Almost like that. If we can get a bit more... No, because already now I'm heading into uncharted territory. Actually, let's put you on the one-stopper again. That's a good punishment, isn't it? Try and get you to conserve your tyres. So you're going to stop on lap 20... Yeah, 20. And you're going to try and make it to the end on a one-stopper. Which was kind of working in Jeddah, to be fair, as well. So I think this. Albon here, you're going to go for that. Do we overfuel your car? I don't think we do. I think we just leave you as is. And hope for the best. Okay. Here we go then.
Brace yourself.
Try and recover from an awful quali. Terrible Saturday, hopefully a good Sunday. And off they go.
And away we go.
First things first, you. Do not fight your teammate. And ERS battle assist.
We know what we have to do.
Understood.
Albon already is getting involved here.
Copy. Can use the overtake.
With, who is that? Bottas or Zhou? I'm going to guess that's
Stay
Zhou.
ahead though. You've got pace.
And I was right. So yeah, toing and throwing here with Zhou already, which is pretty exciting. We have now lost out, which is kind of annoying. But we're swooping and we're swerving.
Let's crack on.
That's not going to help with the old confidence. Although confidence is pretty good going into this. So I'm kind of happy with that still. It would just be good, guys, if we could not crash into each other. Logan, you are not to fight Albon. Albon, you're not to fight Logan. He's catching. He's gaining. Right, you. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Stay at the back. There you go, he's dropping back a little bit. Alright, Albon on Zhou. Let's do this. Deploy.
Let's use up the overtake.
Use everything
Yep,
you've got. Try and get past here. You've got tyres that you can burn. You've got fuel that you need to look after actually right now, but that could change. There's a high chance of a safety car here at Albert Park. It does happen. Particularly if Sainz goes across the gravel, which he was very good at that at one point. He's actually become a very, very good driver the last few races, but we'll see where that goes. I am recording this before the Qatar Grand Prix, so things may change by then. But right now, Carlos Sainz is a very, very good driver. Did exceptionally well in Singapore, despite the silver arrows behind trying to ruin his weekend. Yeah, we're kind of losing ground a bit on Zhou, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Let's go ×2 for a bit. It could just be we're biding our time. That's very, very plausible. There's a yellow flag. Something's happened. Oh, who went off? Hulkenberg.
There's a yellow flag now.
Well, that's a place made up, so that's good. And as we come around the final corner here, DRS is now enabled, and we are charging up behind Guan Yu Zhou. Come on, let's do this. I was going to keep it on ×2 for a little bit, mainly so I don't forget about the ERS usage. Logan right now is just ticking over, keeping things going, that's all good. Alright, let's go ×16 for a little bit. Yeah, Albon's struggling to keep up now, which is slightly alarming.
Backs on the high
And
side.
that was done.
Okay, copy.
I was so busy looking at the timing sheets, I forgot to look at the ERS. It's fine, he'll get it back. He'll recharge. And Logan's been told not to overtake, so... yeah. Cool. So we're coming up, actually, to our first pit stop, which is interesting. Can I push a little bit more on these? Not yet. We've got, what, 7 laps to go till the first pit stop? No sign of a safety car yet. But we are going to have lots and lots of juicy clean track to run in when we come out from the pits. So that will help us sort of cool down the brakes, cool down the engine, all that good stuff. Logan, you've been told. You have been told. Oh, what's the weather forecast?
Is open. Yeah, sure.
Right now. Track details. So yeah, no sign of rain. That's fine. Right, it looked a bit cloudy then. I thought there might be rain coming in. But no, we're all good.
Red flag.
Red flag. Okay. What lap are we on? We're near our pit window for Albon. What happened? Alonso and Leclerc, is that? Or Sainz? Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
That is a bad one. Well, unlucky Fernando. Was he third? Was he really third? Crikey. But that's kind of good news for us. No offence, Aston Martin. Because that puts us in an interesting position. No rain. 18th and 19th. But we're on lap 13. So for Albon, we could in theory pit. Or change his tyres now. Switch to the hards. Change his strategy a little bit so that he conserves. But then we could... Actually, does this benefit us? It kind of does and it kind of doesn't. We can get him off these softs and onto some hards. But you look at where we are. We actually had a lot of tyre usage left. But there's no point pitting after the race restarts. As for Logan, I feel like for Logan we're actually going into a new strategy for him. Because if we go hards now, we can't actually run them to the end of the race. So I feel like he is moving on to a two-stopper. I feel like another... We could switch him to mediums. Can I access the strategy from here? I don't think I can, so I'll have to do it after the restart. But I feel like if we move him to mediums, then we can put him on another set of softs towards the end. Or we switch to the hards and then switch to another set of softs towards the end. And I think actually that might be what we end up doing. So I think we do this. I think we stick with this strategy, but we add an extra stop. Let's see how we go on the restart here.
We're all set and ready once more.
Now we're probably going to get swamped here because there's a lot of soft runners.
And away we go.
I think it was Leclerc that Alonso hit, by the way. And already here from the get-go, Albon's trying to make moves. Albon's up in 15th. Did that happen before?
I can't anymore.
Had there been stops?
Calm down. Come on, mate. You're good.
Interesting. So Albon then is just making stuff happen. And now you can actually push on fuel as well because of the
We
stoppage.
can start reducing lift and coast.
Yeah.
Excellent. As for your ERS,
Like to
we
reduce
could
slight-
put you on deploy.
Copy.
The main thing is we need you to defend. So you are set to defend, and for you, defend as well, just in case you do squeak
Keep him
past.
behind.
Oh, here he goes. Is he going to get past here? I don't think he is.
Put pressure.
Copy.
I love the changes they've made here to Albert Park. That used to be a really slow corner, the right left, and now they've turned it into a flat out, and it flows so much nicer now. And it makes the actual hard corners feel easier because there's less.
As soon as I try to race anyone,
No, there's more distance between them. That's the point I was trying to make.
Just keep pushing.
Why are you moaning, Alex? You've got good confidence. Just chill. Chill, mate. Chill.
Full deploy.
You can catch him. You can catch Bottas. You are catching Bottas. It's just a matter of time. Oh, look, he's defending. We sail past. Oh, not quite. We tried to sail past. We almost sailed past. It's also really weird seeing the Alfa Romeo in its actual livery right now because they change it every other week. I'm just going to keep an eye on Albon here for a little bit because that felt like a really good opportunity to get past Bottas. We are going to have DRS in a bit, but he's going to have DRS too. Oh, again, we had a little look up the inside. We've got to get him on this lap, right? We're pretty close. don't know if we're closer than we were the previous lap, but we are pretty close. The annoying thing is I am going to have to lower the ERS now. Well, actually, maybe not. Hang on.
Use the overtake.
Okay.
Just got to keep an eye on it. Yeah, we're losing ground now. Neutral. Right, where's Logan? Logan's just sat behind Hulkenberg right now, which is fine. That kind of works in our favour. As long as we don't lose to De Vries too quickly. Because Albon's defending from De Vries as well. How's your confidence? Your confidence is good, actually. You're performing well. How's your tyres? Tyres are also actually pretty good, holding on. That's kind of actually worked out in our favour a little bit for Albon. He is going to lose a place in a minute to De Vries, I feel. But for the most part... And where is De Vries? He's right there. Albon's doing well to defend, and in fact De Vries is now fighting Hulkenberg. So that's cool, kind of cool. That's going to keep them both distracted. Albon might be able to take advantage of this. Either that or they're both going to get him. Well, there goes Hulkenberg. I think De Vries, yeah, De Vries just got him too. Literally, as I said that, they both went past. That's kind of annoying.
Oh.
Where's your ERS? You're supposed to be on neutral.
Anything can happen.
Alright, hang on, let's top up for a bit, because there's a bit of a gap.
Let's try and build this pack up.
Yeah, copy.
To Joey here. We are still right behind De Vries. He's got a bit of a gap to Hulkenberg, he's got a bit of a gap to Bottas, he's got a bit of a gap to Tsunoda, so... We'll harvest for a bit now.
Let's get the pack under control.
Copy.
Just to build it back up. There we go. Now neutral. How's Logan? Where's Logan? Still 19th. Get off the bloody radio. I wish I could move. Actually, can you move it? No. No. It's kind of annoying that Albon's radio here does cover the timing. Okay, half a second behind Joe. 0.8 behind Albon. That's alright. That's not bad. I'd say we've got a pit stop remaining on both of them. Potentially. At least one on Albon. We could go to the end for Logan, but it would be pretty tight. So I think for now, we do just sit. And we watch. And we see what happens. I think we're kind of just in that moment where we're in the stage of the race where not really much is happening. So, yeah, we'll just sit and we'll watch. We'll keep Logan behind. Actually, Logan's looking like he's going faster. I think at that point we have to let him past. If he catches, of course. Which now I've done that, he's not doing. Okay. We'll keep it on this anyway. Because right now there is no one else behind. And we'll see how we go. I feel like the cars in front are probably going to need to stop again. Definitely. And we're going to be on much fresher tyres than they are. By the time it's our turn to stop again. So again, I don't want to say the word confident, but I'm feeling not too bad about this right now. And a VSC actually plays into our favour too.
VSC.
Especially when it comes
Close to the delta as you can.
Okay.
conserving tyres a little bit.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Tsunoda crash. Is he out? He's right behind, I'm going to guess that's Piastri. And he spins, and he's in the barrier. And he is a bleeping idiot. Absolutely right. To crash like that, not good. So we'll find out in a minute if he's actually out. It looks like he is, because Albon and Sargent have both moved up a place. Right, VSC ending, so we need to go attack,
BSC
push,
ending.
attack, push.
A firm on DRS.
And we've got ERS to burn as well. So let's see if we can catch Joe now. Let's go. Come on. Let's do it. When do we stop? In 10 laps or so? Yeah. So we've got 10 laps now to just burn through these tyres. Look how much usage we've got still on these tyres. Incredible. I think we are gaining on Joe. We are coming up behind. And again, he will need to stop soon. The VSC might have played into his hands a little bit. But like Hulkenberg, Bottas, Piastri, they're all going to need to stop. Ocon ahead. Probably too far ahead. Although Albert Park, I think, has a slow pit lane. So that big gap there, though, is going to... Yeah, not going to help us much. Sargent's quite a ways behind Albon now. So we can definitely relax a little bit on the whole teammates fighting front. How are your tyres doing? You can go back to standard.
Look after your tyres.
And we'll put you back on neutral for now. Just to get a little bit of extra juice when it's needed. And Albon is basically behind Joe. And they are coming in for their stops now. Hulkenberg, Bottas, De Vries, they've all stopped. What's the interval? Not massive, actually. Not massive. New tyres sort of playing into their hands a bit there. Depends. If we can keep catching cars, there you go. Up to 12th. And if we can keep gaining on Lando as well, which I think we are doing a little bit, actually. We're not pulling away from Hulkenberg. That's the problem. Tyres getting hot. Yeah, but we've got usage in them still. So we might as well... Right, we've entered Albon's pit window. So we're going to come out pretty low down by the looks of things. So it is going to be a charge to the line. Alright, open pit options. I reckon I can get one more lap out of him before ideally we need to stop. So we're going to do that. And we're going to ride on board. Or at least we're going to watch him when he actually comes in to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Albon's currently 11th, which I think is pretty damn good. Logan's down in 17th. It's probably too much of an ask for him to stop now. So he just needs to see it through to the end. No DRFs. No DNFs, please. Like I say, sometimes you just have to wait till you've crossed the line, basically, because anything could go wrong still. Alright, here comes Albon. Oh, no. One more lap for Albon, apparently. Which wasn't quite the plan, but never mind. Here comes Albon. So he is going to come out in last place, I imagine. So now it's going to be a case of... Don't fight, teammate. Here he comes. Good stop, please. We're actually doing well in the old pit stop rankings. 2.6 again. That's a really good stop. That's an excellent stop. And he's ahead of Sargent, actually. I'm surprised. Maybe it's a fast pit lane then, here. But we should start seeing green sectors now. Confidence should increase. We'll bring that down a little bit, the old tyre temps. ERS we're not going to fight much on right now. Fuel, I think we're going to be okay to go to the end on this strategy. And already he's passed Bottas. Now Logan is running in last, which is really unfortunate for him. But there isn't much we can do for him now, because even now his tyres aren't actually going to make it to the end. Albon's up to 13th. I feel like we actually need to ride on board with Albon here and see what he does. So he's 9.3 off Lando, whose tyres are worse, has stopped twice.
6 laps to go.
This is, actually, again, if he can see it to the end, this has gone kind of well. There's no danger of him crashing into Sargent now. It's just making sure he doesn't crash full stop, to be honest. Okay. 13th is a respectable finish. You know, there's no shame in that. We can go uber crazy on the tyres again now.
Let's go push.
I don't think we're going to make up 6.4 seconds in 2 laps, but stranger things have indeed happened. How's your confidence? Your confidence is good. And even Logan's is actually pretty decent. I'm starting to get the hang of this. I am starting to get the hang of this. Again, you guys in the comments, you might be ripping your hair out right now, thinking, what is this moron doing? He could have won the race if he did this, 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 and this. Excuse me. I don't mind you letting me know some of that in the comments. If you've got any advice on like pit stop strategies and if there's any little quirks and exploits that could be exposed in the game, perhaps for an advantage, that would be appreciated too. But at the same time, the car is pretty crap, and I feel like Albon once again is making the most of a bad situation here, so could be a lot worse. I also feel like the front markers are actually directly behind me here and have just started their last lap. So maybe I could have made up the gap on Lando if I'd actually paid attention. The main thing is we've got enough fuel and we've got enough tyres to last us to the end of the race, so that's good. And this is indeed our final lap. And it looks like Leclerc is actually going to win the race, which is exciting too. And I really do feel like that's actually him behind me right now. Which, I guess we get to see some of the action. Is that Leclerc? That is Leclerc. Well, there you go then. Once again, green sectors. Albon's done a good job. He's done a good job. And maybe if he'd had a little bit extra time, if I pitted him 1 lap earlier maybe, he may have had a chance to catch Norris as well and finish just outside the points rather than a little bit just outside the points. But overall, there's quite a lot to be happy with here. We've got big upgrades coming. I might even start developing the next set of upgrades now and bring all them as one big package as well. Depends what the rest of the grid does as well, of course, because they're upgrading the same time we are.
One more lap.
Oh, I do actually have 1 more lap. For goodness sake. Yeah, because we crossed the line first, didn't we? Ah, damn.
Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Well, there you go. Shall we do it in visor cam? That'll be exciting. I will, at one point, switch over to visor cam while we're actually racing, like wheel to wheel, so we can really see how exciting it looks. I have seen it already myself. On board a Red Bull as well, believe it or not, and yeah, it's incredibly exciting. Main thing, like Logan got to the end as well, which is impressive. He's nursed his tyres pretty well here, considering they're basically dead.
Okay,
And he has finished now.
That's P18.
Who's got fastest lap? We don't actually know.
Back from it.
My guess would be one of the top 4. Probably Verstappen, because he has a nasty habit of doing that. Yeah, look, we're 14.7 seconds ahead of Piastri. 14.8 seconds ahead of Piastri. And we did manage to pull off the 2-stop. Even with the red flag kind of blitzing our first stint. So we didn't quite get the performance out of the middle stint as we wanted. You can see we had to go a little bit more cautious. Precautious? Is that a word? We had to go a little bit more cautious. Is probably a better way of saying it, Mark. But yeah, 13th. Only 5.5 seconds off 12th. And really, what are we, 24 points off the point. 24 seconds off the points. I will get my words out. What a shame for Tsunoda and Alonso though. But again, that did lift Logan up 2 places, so that should help his confidence. And there's Albon 6 places up. Excellent stuff. But we do have a decision to make now. I'm going to try. This is how we're going to wrap up the video here. I'm going to try and switch Logan and Pourchaire, which is something you kind of have to do a little bit of musical chairs to get this to work. I'll show you how this works. So what you do is you go drivers, and you go Logan, contract. So he is out of contract at the end of the year anyway. So you go renew, and you do reserve, and we'll say immediately, and we'll see if we can give him like a little pay rise. And a signing bonus. We're basically bribing him right now to stand down. Let's go for that. Declined. He doesn't want to be a reserve driver. So we could go for slight pay increase, but again, the bribery comes from the signing bonus. And I'm offering him a lot here because I just want him to step aside, basically. If this doesn't work... Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. We're going to bring Porcher in then as a reserve driver. Which is not quite what I wanted to do. But at the same time, it could be a lot worse. Can I do it like this? Teo Porcher. There he is. So he's very open to negotiations. He's very patient as well, which is nice. And we will go reserve immediately. We could give him a slightly higher salary. We're actually paying him around the same as Logan, funny enough. So if we can get them to swap, that would be good. It seems harsh to drop a driver after only 2 races. And to be fair, Logan actually did well in Jeddah. So I'm not going to drop him. I just wanted to swap them. Accepted. Excellent. So Porcher right now is our reserve driver for at least this season. We will try development. What can we get him working on? Driving standards could be a good one. Or race strategy again. Overtaking. Yeah. Let's do that. Facility bonuses, that's something else that we will need to look at some point. But for the first season, it's a little bit of a stretch to work on that. Right, final thing then. We'll have a look at this stuff here. Technical insights. Yeah. So driver development update. Albon's gone up 1 on braking. Logan's gone up 1 on smoothness. That's good. Oh, and also on defending, which is also good. And DePaul somehow has gone up on control, but he's out now, so it's fine. Let's see if the board still like us. We are below target right now, but that will change as the season progresses, hopefully. And if we can score some points soon, that would be excellent. Financial report, I'm not that bothered. This development report, yeah. Inspection. So this is where... Yeah, the rear wing of Alex's car here has failed. So we're going to swap that over as well. And then, there you go. Right, so next time out then, we're off to Baku. And it's going to be the first sprint race of the season. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. Wow, I kind of slipped into the outro that I use on my other videos. Drop some comments down below with ideas for how to improve the team would probably be a better way of saying it. Otherwise, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially if you're looking forward to Baku. I think it's Canada after that as well, which is another good one. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.